that they ended up gaining a bunch of yards, but a good trip up there to East Surrey to start off the season 1-0. I think learned a lot of stuff. Found out Santerio White with gained a bunch of yards. Weren't expecting that. Coda Harrington played quite well as quarterback. Saw him progress a little bit too, even during the game where there was a couple times where he broke out in the open, was behind the line of scrimmage, and instead of taking off up the field, gaining a couple yards, through a pass that was incomplete. But then toward the end of the game, he started figuring it out, and a couple times took it upon himself just to run because he had a lot of green in front of him.
That's what you want to see, though.
Yeah, and honestly, that's not exactly an easy place to go win either. So, yeah. So, I mean, listen, the Hounds go up there, start 1-0. It's very important for them to get off to a good start too, especially with this conference they're going to be in.
Yep.
So yeah, listen, they should be proud. That's a good road win week 1. Coach Cowan, he'll be the first to tell you they're putting the puzzle pieces in at different places and seeing what fits.
Yep.
So,
and real quick on the quick review, good week for the county in football as only Mooresville lost and South Iredell lost, but Lake Norman West, North, and Statesville all won.
Yeah.
So let's,
and big win for Lake Norman too.
So let's go this week.
Mm-hmm.
Sun Valley, who was beaten by Lake Norman last week, travels to Mooresville.
That they do. And, if you talking to Chris Hughes about it, he thinks that Sun Valley could very well contend with Weddington for that conference. And Sun Valley is a very good football team this year. And they are. I think the win says more about Lake Norman beating Sun Valley and less than Sun Valley losing. So, listen, this is a get right game for both of these guys as far as it's time to now show up, execute the way you're supposed to,
right,
and do your thing.
Yep.
Was that game at Lake Norman
last week?
Friday?
Yes.
So you're telling me Sun Valley's got a Lake Norman
Yes.
week 1 and then Mooresville week 2?
Yes, the game was at Lake Norman.
Good Lord.
Iredell County juggernaut.
Oh my gosh. Listen, Mooresville at home. I do expect Coach Mayo and his staff to really hammer things out this week. And listen, first game jitters are off. Now you're at home. Yes, you're playing another good football team, but you're in the friendly confines of Joe Pop Stadium.
Yep.
Mhm.
So I like the Blue Devils here. I like them to bounce back and get back on track,
I think
honestly.
they will. All right, and then
Mark, do you have a pick?
Mark, you picking?
Where are we? Sorry, where are
Mooresville, Sun Valley.
Mooresville. I think again. I think I caught Harry what Harry was saying. Look, you're back at home. You just got your tail whooped on the road, and you have another good opponent coming in Sun Valley. It's not a bad team.
No.
But I mean, again, back at home, I think some inspired football, let's say,
You got to put up.
is gonna be played by Mooresville in this game.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, one thing I will tell you too before I forget, and you guys have both been there. This is my first time there. Football game at Weddington's a great. It's awesome.
Mhm.
I mean, that's a
Yeah.
fun place
We've
to watch.
been there.
That was the game we missed the first quarter.
That's
That's
right.
the infamous
That is
first quarter
exactly
game.
Right. That's the game we missed the first quarter, not due to our problems, right? That's right.
Whose problems was it?
The engineer back here in the studio forgot to push one button, and Billy had to run over here and figure it out.
Must have
We
been
missed the
before
whole-
my time.
It was.
No,
No, it would have been
before
you.
your time.
It would have been you.
It was. All right, let's back up on my sheet.
9
I
years
missed
ago.
uh, Statesville at West Meck.
was like 11.
I think West Meck, they lost 35-8 to Crest last week. I don't believe they have a JV team. I think they're shorthanded as far as players go.
Not good times for West Meck right now, unfortunately.
Nope.
That being said, any given day, they've got the athletes to compete with a lot of different teams.
Mhm.
And Statesville can, by no stretch, think they're going to just waltz down there and come out with a win. They're going to have to execute again. They're going to have to be prepared. They're going to have a team that can match their athletes with athletes.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
the execution is going to be what's key for them. They're going to have to go out there and not make mistakes. If they do that, I think Statesville wins. And I think Coach Cowan will have them ready to go.
I'm going with the Hounds. I think we're going to get on a roll right here.
Yeah. Give me Statesville on the road.
Yeah.
Interestingly enough, Elijah Littlejohn, who's one of the DNs for West Charlotte, Penn State commit, went to West Meck last year. Kind of seems like they could use him right about now, and they don't have that kind of guy.
Yep. You're not wrong.
All right, next up, South Iredell will travel to North Meck.
Man,
I think this is trouble for the Vikings.
it could very well be. Again, we'll just talk about the athletes that North Meck's going to have. Listen, North Meck's not a team that's going to blow the doors off many people, but they're also, again, very gifted athletically. They're well coached. It's going to be a tough road for the Vikings. I think they're more than capable of winning the football game, but it is going to be tough. It's at North Mech. I'd
I'm
probably
gonna go
lean,
with the home team.
I'd probably lean towards North Mech,
Mhm.
but I think it'll be a good ball game.
All right, Mark. Who you got?
I'm taking North Mech at home.
All right. Next up, Lake Norman travels to Mount Tabor.
This is a quality football game.
If you like running the football and running the clock, you might want to be.
If this game, if this game starts at 7, it might be over at 8:45.
You know what the score of the Mount Tabor game was last week?
Wasn't it like 19?
They played Reagan.
Wasn't it like 19-6?
Hey,
14 to nothing.
Yeah.
I'd say pretty good game right there too. Honestly,
Yeah.
that's a heavyweight bout up in
14
that
to
area.
nothing.
Yeah, this will be well. Listen, we talk about running the football, but Lake Norman definitely has a gunslinger.
Pass. Remember,
Yeah.
Oliphant told us.
So listen, they could run the football, but they're going to look to throw the ball across the field here and there, and get their quarterback in a rhythm. So, I mean, listen, I'm not going to put anything past Coach Oliphant and the Wildcats down there. It is going to be a tough road game. I think I'm going to lean towards Lake Norman.
I'll tell
I'm
you,
gonna
Lake
go
Norman.
Lake Norman.
I can actually speak on this one a little bit
Yeah,
because I
yeah.
see Tabor enough
Yeah.
throughout
Yep.
the years. Look, you know it from when they came down to play Mooresville a couple of years in the playoffs. Hard-nosed team. They want to run the ball. Tyshawn Brown, their coach, is going to run the ball, and he wants that physical game.
Mhm.
But they lose guys who were college prospects from last season, guys that went to Virginia Tech and Notre Dame. So, I mean, those are two big, heavy hitters on the outside for them as receivers and DBs. Look, they're just restocking a little bit more this year than most. So I'm going to take Lake Norman on the road. I think it's competitive for sure, but I think Reagan trying to get a bunch of players back that were injured last year
Mhm.
and reincorporate them back to their game plan, able to not only win, but to shut out Mount Tabor, says probably a little bit about the Trojans here. So I'm going to take Spartans. I'm going to take Lake Norman on the road.
All right, and then the Iredell County battle. North Iredell 1-0 takes on West's 1-0 West Iredell.
When was the last time this happened?
Oh, well, I was going to say when was the last time, unless it was like week 0 or week 1, where these teams were lining up and you said, well, someone's coming out there with their first loss of the season.
Yeah.
Well, I'll do you one better. When was the last time we got them where they both had a winning record?
I don't know if that's that much of a stretch.
I don't know.
I mean,
but good for both schools, right?
Yeah.
Good for the coaches, good for the kids. Right?
I love
they both
it.
won their first game. They get to play this week, kind of for bragging rights right now, right?
Mhm.
One of them's going to be 2-0.
Yeah, and both teams want to be that guy.
Yeah,
So, I mean, listen, what was the score of the West Iredell game?
26 to nothing.
Yeah, there's something impressive about that. What was the score of the North Iredell?
34-23.
Yep. Somebody pitched a shutout. Now, mind you, it was against East Burke.
Right.
So take that with a grain of salt.
Yeah.
But I think that defense for the Warriors is probably coming off a high, is probably continue to go. And Coach Howell will be the first to tell you, and I think we talked about the offense, that's the part they need to really figure out and make
Yeah,
sure it's
yeah,
rolling.
yep.
So it's kind of a strength on strength, or excuse me, a strength on potential, I don't want to say weakness, but things that, you identify as things you want to work on.
But they did score 34
They did
points
score
last week.
34. So listen, I think it's going to be a good football game in the county. I really do.
Yeah.
Is it at North?
No, it's at West.
It's at West. Okay, so it's over at West. I think I go with the home team here. Listen, I'm not gonna be surprised if North comes out with a win, but I think I go with the home team on this one.
I'm going to stick with the Raiders. I'll
Okay.
go with the visitors.
I'm taking North Iredell
Okay.
on the road, baby.
All right.
All right, we're going to take a quick commercial break, and we're going to step it up one level to college football.
Hey, it's time once again for the Earl Scruggs Music Festival in Mill Spring, North Carolina. That'll be August 29th through the 31st. Headliners this year include Allison Krauss and Union Station featuring Jerry Douglas, the Nitty Gritty Dirt Band, the Del McQuarrie Band, Sam Bush, the Earls of Leicester, and so many more. Hurry and get your tickets because they're going fast at earlscruggsmusicfest.com. The Earl Scruggs Music Festival, August 29th through the 31st in Mill Spring, North Carolina.
Hey, Ryan Scott's over here at the Randy Marion Ford store. What's going on?
The heat is still on. It is summertime, Billy Buck, and the summer sales event is going on strong at Randy Marion Ford Lincoln. Now through September 2nd, I tell you, we will give you a complimentary 2-year, 25,000-mile premium maintenance plan. That's right, complimentary on the Mustang, Bronco Sport, F-150, the Mustang Mach-E, and the Explorer. I tell you what, Randy Marion Ford Lincoln, it's summertime, summer sizzle, summer sales event. Come see us today, I-77, exit 49B.
Say, did you know Statesville has its own locally owned electric utility? Yeah, As the oldest municipality-owned electric system in North Carolina, Statesville Public Power has been keeping the lights on in our community since 1889. When storms roll in or outages occur, our crews respond quickly because we live here too. It's about safety, low rates, and reliable service. Public power means local control, local investment, and hometown service. Statesville Public Power, neighbors serving neighbors. Carolina Hearing and Tinnitus offers complete hearing services, including hearing testing, hearing aid fittings and repair, hearing protection, tinnitus management, cochlear implant and balance evaluations. We now are offering the Lanier device for tinnitus management. Carolina Hearing and Tinnitus has 4 locations to serve you: 703 Bryant Street in Statesville and 114 Moore Lake Drive in Mooresville. For information or to make an appointment, call 704-872-1670 or go to carolinahearingandtinnitus.com.
At Piedmont Healthcare, we believe in more than just treating patients. We're committed to understanding and addressing the unique needs facing our community. Being a physician-owned network means that we're not just healthcare providers. We're your neighbors, your friends, and your partners in health. With strong ties to local communities, we're able to offer personalized care that truly understands your needs. When you choose Piedmont Healthcare, you're not just choosing healthcare, you're choosing to be part of a community that cares. If you're ready to experience the difference for yourself, call our new patient hotline at 833-PHC for you. That's 833-742-4968. Or you can just request an appointment online, phcappointments.com.
If you're looking for powerful, durable lawnmowers, outdoor power equipment, and more, then you need to visit RC's Lawnmower Sales and Service. Friendly, knowledgeable staff can help you select the proper equipment regardless of your budget. RC services all of the brands it sells, as well as whatever equipment you currently have. Sales, service, parts, experience. RC's Lawnmower Sales and Service, 150 RC Farm Drive, Statesville.
And welcome back to the Sports Recap Show here on 92.9 WAME. Live from the Rainier Marion Studios, Signal Hill. I am Harry the Menu Nostrant, joined by my good buds and cohorts, Brian the Professor Suarez, Mark the Big Mac Covert, and on the board, our trusty engineer, the commander, Bryson Davis.
You see, I gave you a compliment. Ooh,
I told him he was fired earlier.
Oh, look how
You can
far
call
you've come.
you, man?
You can call me Donald.
No, I'm not doing that either.
I'm 36, 37 in October.
Yeah,
Oh my
that's
God.
what I thought.
Brian, when do you start? When do you start getting AARP?
55.
I'm getting close.
Because you know what I did?
You got AARP?
No, I signed a deal up on her 55th
Yo.
birthday and didn't tell her. And then she started getting mail. She was like, "Why did I get an AARP card?" I'm like, "Wow, I don't know. That's interesting."
I'd be like, because they know you're.
And then she was like, "Wait, did you sign me up?" Like, no, would I do that? No, no,
What?
no, I wouldn't do that.
No.
That's
It's a smart play. He's trying to take care of the family.
Listen, here's what I say about this right now. Like, if I have to go somewhere and tell them I need to senior discount for coffee, I got bigger problems than my age.
That's true.
Oh,
That's true.
you're not wrong. You are not wrong.
Yeah, exactly.
what
If
it
I got to
is,
do
go
that
ahead.
now, I got bigger problems, right?
Oh
So,
man.
Hey, let's
All
talk
right.
some college football.
Yeah, we're moving up from high school, the high school ranks, up to college football. And boys, week 0 is in the books. and I'm 1-0 in my pick. I did pick Iowa State. You guys both picked Kansas State.
Yeah, you're right. Actually, you didn't give me your. Neither one of you gave me your.
Do you
pickers
want
from
me to
last
go
week.
back to the tape? I can review.
No,
the
I
tape.
know that you did that.
I mean, I always throw it, but I can just start throwing
Yeah,
other
exactly.
paper.
Whatever.
Throw it at him.
All right. Anyway, yes, we know you picked Iowa State,
And it
we
was an
picked Kansas
ugly
State.
game.
Did you see the field?
Yeah.
You couldn't
They had to
hardly tell
repaint
where
it.
they
Well,
were.
so
on
I
the
They had to
field.
repaint the field.
I threw it on, I think, like literally after one play from scrimmage. And I'm looking at it, it's like, okay, it's definitely pouring rain. Why is it so smoky? Literally write that in there. Yeah, they fired off fireworks right before the game, and I think some of that is still hanging over the field. So it's pouring rain. You can't see because of the fog. Where are you even going? You take the hand off and you stop. You're like, I really don't know.
Yeah,
what
see,
I'm
I don't
supposed to
know
do.
when I
Yeah.
turned it on. I think it was in the second half, but it was like you can't even see the yard
Oh,
mark.
it,
I
just, it
heard
got
the-
washed away.
I heard
It
the
got washed away.
broadcasters mention at one time, they're like, yeah, it rains 200 days out of the year over here. And I'm
Mhm.
thinking, why would you not just have built a roof over this place? You know, why would you have just Why wouldn't you have done that?
They don't take soccer out of the
because
elements.
they
Yeah,
play
true.
football in any kind of
Yeah,
elements.
well, I'm just thinking,
Footy.
I
Anyway,
don't know.
that was week 0, but week 1 is going to start off with a
Ah.
big game at
Mhm.
12 p.m. on Saturday on Fox as Texas travels to Columbus to the Shoe to take
Straight
on
out of the gate.
Ohio State.
You just sounded like you're something out of the Fox Sports lineup just there. Yeah.
I'm trying.
Uh,
Anyway, what do we got, boys? Last year they played in the college football playoff.
I'm gonna tell
Ohio
you
State 28, Texas 14.
who's throwing the rock for Ohio State.
Saying
JD saying, is it JD?
that was Jason.
Jason saying.
I'm just saying.
Never heard
Yeah.
of her.
Hmm.
To be fair, though, who's throwing the rock for Texas?
Arch Manning.
So we have 2 unproven quarterbacks, is what you're saying.
I'd
Yeah,
agree
but
with
but I know that last name.
You do know the last
I know
name.
that
Yeah,
last
You're not
name.
wrong.
Yeah, that's
You're not
true.
wrong. And he will have a chance to cement any legacy he's going to have at Texas right here in week 1. That being said,
Mm.
they're going to the Shoe.
Mm.
Shoe's a hard place to go win.
Mm.
Mark will tell you. He's been a Big Ten guy for a lot longer than I have.
I was like, I've never been to Ohio State. Well, I have been to Ohio State actually.
Well, but you've seen your teams going to Ohio State.
Yep.
So,
Unfortunately.
listen, I think this is going to be it should be a defensive battle. It should be. Because I don't know if either
Yeah,
team's
week-
got the
week
horses to
one.
put a lot of points on the board in week 1.
Week 1? Think so?
I'm
Week-
saying, so I'm
week
saying
one?
it should be.
Week 1.
That being said,
Mhm.
Buckeyes by a million.
Oh,
Whoa.
he said by a million.
You know what though, Harry? So let me jump in here. So
By a
Texas right
million?
now has one of the deepest teams in the country.
I know.
We don't know about Arch, right? We're
It's a big
sure
thing
about
not to know
him.
about.
We know a little bit more about him than the quarterback from Ohio State.
This
though,
is true.
right?
Well, if you're going, you're
And-
going tick for tack there. We know a lot more about him than
Yeah.
quarterback from.
Well,
Iowa.
and the other thing is Ohio State's got to build both their offensive and defensive lines back, and they lost 14 players to the NFL draft.
Duh.
However, Ohio State probably has the best offensive player in college football, and they may have the best defensive player in college football on their
They
team,
may.
right?
They
With
may.
Jeremiah Smith on offense and Caleb Downs on defense. However, I think the depth of Texas takes over here, and I think Longhorns win this game. Maybe not by a whole lot. I don't think it's going to be high scoring, but I think the Horns win.
Well, now I know Buckeyes are going to win because Brian just picked Texas.
I'll be honest with you. I think going into it, not knowing who the quarterback is, although at least recent history will tell you that for Ohio State that doesn't matter because the beat just kind of goes on. They don't really skip a beat regardless of who their quarterback is. I think for them, a lot of it comes down to, is he making enough plays? Like we know Jeremiah Smith is going
Right.
to go out there, but really good Texas secondary is on the back end of that. They're going to have their eyes on number 4 in scarlet and gray all afternoon long. I'll be completely honest with you. I think the biggest factor in this game is it being at noon. I think Texas dodged a massive bullet by this game not being played at night.
Yeah.
Because that's not where you want to be in the horseshoe. Trust me,
Yeah.
I've seen it before. You do not want Ohio State at night at home. You do not want that. And again, I think Texas, just from talent standpoint, you go into week 1, they're not going to be afraid to go into the horseshoe. A good opponent, but just remember 2 years ago, they dismantled Michigan at home.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean,
Yeah.
or not 2 years, but it was last year, wasn't it? It was last
It
year.
was last year.
It was last year. So,
Yeah.
I mean, they went into that environment. Now, Michigan wasn't what Michigan was the year before when they won the national championship, but you still have to go into that environment. I don't think Texas is going to be scared of it. I don't think Arch Manning is like massive in this game, but I think he does make enough plays where he creates a problem for a lot of these guys for Ohio State and does enough to come away with a win in week 1.
Woohoo! Mark's going Texas. Hook 'em horns.
Mhm.
All right, next up, Saturday night, 7:30 on ABC. The Battle of the Tigers.
Man, we got 1 versus 3. We got the battle for Death Valley.
I was going to say,
Yeah, the battle
who is
for
Death
Death
Valley?
Valley.
Death Valley.
LSU comes traveling into Clemson.
And then we get Catholics versus convicts. Like, come on.
Yeah, well,
baby.
all right. Let's talk first about LSU and
Yes,
Clemson.
so
LSU and Clemson start off probably have the two best quarterbacks in college football right now. Right, both are Heisman Trophy candidates with Garrett Nussmeier and Cade Klubnik.
Mhm.
Right. What about the rest of the teams?
That's
these two
the
teams?
question. I mean, look, LSU's probably loaded up on wide receivers,
As per the norm.
but I'm gonna tell you right now, biggest weakness in this game, That's Brian Kelly. A coaching standpoint, this is a matchup that I think Dabo clears the opposition in, and it's not even close. And they're playing at home. Cade Klubnik is going to be there. Clemson playing with that entire fight. Like the battle for the title of Death Valley is enough to not only get our blood pumping, but think about
The
guys,
players, yeah.
right?
Oh,
Not
yeah.
just LSU, but at Clemson at home. You get to run down the hill at night for your first game of the season. The balloons go up in the air. I think the stage is set for Clemson to really do an excellent job early on, get a pretty big lead, if I'm being honest with you, and then just roll from there. I do not think this game will be particularly close.
Wow. Harry?
You said way too much. All you had to say was 2 things.
Brian Kelly.
Well, okay, 4 things.
Brian Kelly still sucks.
6 things.
Even worse.
Clemson, night.
Yeah, that's true too.
That is
Yeah.
where it ends for LSU, I think. Now, don't get me wrong. LSU is more than prepared for a game like this.
All right.
But I think what's Clemson ranked right now in preseason?
They're like number, I didn't write down. I think they're 6. I
They're
believe
up
they're
there,
number
yeah.
6.
What's LSU?
They're like
12?
10
Yeah.
or 12.
Yeah, somewhere in there.
It's a tough place to go win.
But every year LSU comes into the season, they're that high ranking, and then what do?
Sometimes they go out and perform well, and other times they lay the big old egg.
And more often than not,
They lay the egg.
they lay the egg.
Give me Clemson.
All right, real quick, who benefits most from the win here, or who suffers most? Or let's go the other way. Who suffers the most with a loss? LSU or Clemson?
LSU. 100% LSU. Clemson's in the ACC.
So Clemson's, even if Clemson loses, they still have a great path into the college football playoff.
It's
'cause
no
they
di-
can win the ACC
It's
championship.
no different than last year.
Right?
Yeah,
If
it's no different.
if LSU loses, that hurts their chances.
I mean,
'cause I think they still play. They still definitely play Alabama. I'm pretty sure.
Well, them, I believe they play Texas.
I think they did play Texas.
I mean, because it's everyone in your division, is it not?
I'll tell you real quick who.
Something like, I
LSU's
mean,
schedule.
it's either way. I mean, you're talking about it's either Georgia, Alabama, Texas, Oklahoma, Texas A&M, Florida. I mean, like,
So here's
where's
LSU's
the-
schedule.
where's
They
he let up?
definitely play
Here's
Oklahoma.
LSU's schedule.
They definitely play
They play
Oklahoma.
Clemson, Louisiana Tech, Florida,
Hmm.
Southeast Louisiana, Ole Miss,
Hmm.
South Carolina,
Hmm.
Vanderbilt, A&M, Alabama, Arkansas, Western
Yeah.
Kentucky, and
So they-
a
Oklahoma.
lot of ranked
So
teams
if
right
they
there.
want to do, if they have any chance for the playoff, they got to win this game.
And Brian Kelly has proven in the past. I'll be honest with you. This is Brian Kelly's last season at LSU.
Unless they,
Unless it is
deep.
a rocket
Yeah.
ship to the moon. This is Brian Kelly's last season at LSU.
all right. Next up, Sunday night at 7:30 on ABC. As Mark said, the old Catholics versus the Convicts as Notre Dame travels to Miami. Mark, who you got in this game?
Is there a better name for a rivalry in sports?
No.
Oh, it's beautiful,
No.
isn't it?
It's
Hey,
almost-
fun fact: the last 6 times Notre Dame's gone down to Miami, they're 0-6.
I'm picking Miami.
Sounds about right.
That being said, I'm gonna take Notre Dame.
Woo!
Look,
Really?
again, talent-wise, talent-wise? Okay, last time we saw Notre Dame, good team. No,
Yeah.
play
Yeah,
for a
good
national,
team,
play for
good
a
team.
national championship. Okay.
Yeah.
When was the last time? What has Miami done recently that's given you some confidence?
Gave Tennessee Cam Ward.
Well, that's one.
Well, I mean, normally they start off really hot and then they end up the season they just kind of putter
Right,
out a little bit,
and
right?
so their quarterback now to that point is
Carson Beck.
Yep. And who Georgia lover here, Harry. Do you love Carson Beck as a quarterback?
Does anybody?
I'm taking Notre Dame on the road.
Carson Beck's a very average quarterback.
Yeah,
Harry,
and
you're going with Notre Dame?
Yeah.
The formula is simple. Run the ball, give it to Jeremiah Love, let him go to work.
Yeah, I like Notre Dame in this one. I
I'll
do.
go the opposite. I'll go Miami. Notre Dame's got a redshirt freshman quarterback with no experience. We're going Miami's got Carson Beck. Miami has an experienced offensive line, so they can run the ball. So I'm going to go Miami. All right, boys. Which team has the best chance for an undefeated season? in
None of
college
these.
football.
The best chance?
None of these.
I don't know if that's true.
I mean,
One of those could, and that's Clemson.
All right, I'll throw you 3 of them out here.
well, yeah.
That's Harry's not wrong.
Clemson being one of them.
Yeah.
Yep.
Their 2 toughest games are probably LSU and South Carolina, as their schedule is LSU, Troy, Georgia Tech, Syracuse, North Carolina, Boston College, SMU, Duke, Florida State, Louisville, Furman, and South Carolina. How about Mark? How about your Penn State?
That was my next one.
Look,
Their two toughest games are going to be Oregon and Ohio State.
and they get Oregon at home. That's the whiteout game in Ohio State. As it is, almost every single year is going to be the bugaboo.
Because here's who you got.
Don't forget about Iowa on the road.
Wait a minute. Here's who you
well,
got.
that's true.
Yeah.
That's
Nevada,
very true.
FIU, Villanova, Oregon, UCLA, Northwestern, Iowa, Ohio State, Indiana, Michigan State, Nebraska, and Rutgers.
Indiana's on the schedule too. So I mean,
Ranked 20th
All right.
as of now.
And then I give you one more. How about Oregon?
no.
Mm.
Montana State, Oklahoma State, Northwestern, Oregon State, Penn State, Indiana, Rutgers, Wisconsin, Iowa, Minnesota, USC, and Washington.
It's not exactly a barn burner schedule, but I don't know how good Oregon's going to be.
But that's the thing.
That's-
is
yeah.
Where's Oregon?
You're
gonna-
replacing Dylan Gabriel.
Yep.
Don't get me wrong. What's his name? Dan Lanning, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Dan
Yeah.
Lanning.
No, not Dan Mullins. No.
no.
Dan Lanning.
He's got a
Dan
good.
Mullins is at UNLV.
Bang.
He's got a really good football team up there, but there's just too many unknowns. I'm not going to say they're going to run the table. Just
All right.
yet.
Who's your number one team going into the season? Going into week 1. We won't count week 0. Who's number one? I'm going to say Ohio State, defending champs. Even though they got some inexperienced players, they still got 2 of the best players in the country.
I'm going to say this, and Mark's probably going to get a little tickled over there. I think it's Penn State.
It's a very weird position for me to be in. I'm not gonna lie to you.
I mean, talk about a good football team last year.
Yeah.
And I mean,
Yeah.
I mean, and what they didn't have a completion to a wide receiver in a very
That's
close
right.
loss to
Yep.
Notre Dame.
Yep.
Now, granted, they lose Tyler Warren, who's now with the
Yeah.
hard to
Colts,
replace.
right? But they replace him with a 5-star tight end, and they got 3 receivers out of the portal that are all starting now, and they have a freshman who's been making eyes pop out of heads in camp. Look, I don't want to say it because I don't want to do it. Harry's not wrong though.
Yeah.
Like you talk about the talent that
yeah.
returned for
Yeah.
Penn State.
Yeah.
It's hard. Like it's either them or Texas to me, realistically, because Ohio State did lose a lot
Right. They did. They
into the
did.
draft.
They
So to me, it's either Texas or Penn State.
All right. All right. Here we go. We're going to do this real quick. Harry, tell me a little bit about your team, USC. What's coming up this year? What's your outlook? Are they actually playing?
Did you hear the exasperation that? Go ahead, Harry.
Give
Hey,
us a
let's-
little.
let's
Just
talk
give
some
us.
Big Ten
All right.
I
You want
said-
me
I
to
said-
go? All
I
right. You
said
want me to
all-
go first?
I said all I need to say in that very short.
All right. You want me to go first?
Go ahead.
Holy
All right.
offense.
So Oklahoma's got a lot of players back because they had a lot of injuries last year. However,
Oh boy.
Oklahoma has one of the toughest schedules in the country. As out of the 12 games, they will play 7 teams in the top 25. So, but I also think that this is going to be one of those make or break years for Brent Venables. They have to have a good record, or he may be out.
Yeah.
But listen to this. So here's the ranked teams they play. They play Michigan, they play Texas, they play South Carolina, Ole Miss, Tennessee, Alabama, and LSU. Every one of those is
Mhm.
ranked right now in the top 25. So I think it'll be an interesting season. They got a new quarterback, John Mateer, came over from Washington State, where he passed for 3,000 yards last year. And the offensive coordinator from Washington State came to Oklahoma. So we'll see what the season looks like. Mark, what about Penn State?
Well, we laid it out pretty well already. Again, a lot of returning talent to a lot of people thinking they're the number 1 team in the country. Just a team that it's championship or bust this year. I think this is the first time that I can really remember going into a season and thinking Penn State is a national championship contender and they have a real chance to win this year. You can make the argument there is no team with more talent, certainly returning,
Right.
than what Penn State has this
Right.
year. But it falls on Drew Aller. It falls on Drew Aller at the quarterback position. The last time we saw him, he makes a back-breaking interception against Notre Dame that closes that game out. So it's got to be him. And, of course, James Franklin breaking the stigma over the big games that he has. But it is a loaded, absolutely loaded roster in Happy Valley this year. Even losing players like Tyler Warren, like Abdul Carter, restock and reload. And those guys that are returning are back, and they are hungry and they're ready to go.
All right, Bryson, what about the 33rd NFL team that you root for, who starts on Monday night playing TCU over there in Chapel Hill?
Well, that's the thing. It's the 33rd NFL team. So is it going to work? And that's the question. And you're going to find out a lot Monday night. Probably not going to work. I mean, let's be real. But I don't know. You're playing TCU. TCU's never beat Carolina, by the way. They've only played 3 times, so hadn't played in 25 years.
Small sample size.
I would say that that our odds are running towards us, but. No, you got a bigger front office now than half of corporate America, and I mean, it's going to take a while. We're just going to sit back Monday night and see how it goes. Maybe we'll show up late to work on Tuesday morning. I don't know.
That's legitimately one of the funniest things you've ever said.
It's true. You got like
and that competes with.
It does. It does. No, but really, I mean, I don't know. You've brought in a lot of guys, but are they going to be able to? Are they going to be able to make anything happen?
Does it all work?
Nobody
together?
knows.
Does it work?
Nobody knows anything
Yeah.
until Monday night.
All right, so here we go. We're gonna add 3 of these NFLs to the quick caps.
Thank you for sparing me, by the
we'll-
way. Real quick, I'm just
we'll
gonna.
flip
I'll
over.
just.
Go ahead.
I'll just say this real quick. What? Jaden Mayav coming in this year as the starter. He took over for. Can't remember his name that transferred out. We lost our best wide receiver to Georgia. Oh, I'm sorry. We lost our 2 best wide receivers to Georgia. I don't know. I think we're projected to win 7.5 games.
Didn't we take a guy from you?
Yeah.
Hudson?
Yeah.
Yeah,
something
he's
like
one
that.
of our starters.
Wide receiver. Yeah. We got some transfers in at running back. Now I will say the coaching staff has always been a point of contention recently for me with Alex Grinch going back when he was a DC. Last year he was not. They are improving the coaching staff. So I don't know. If we win 8 games, I think I'll be pretty happy. If we win 9, I'd be ecstatic. If we win double digits, I'll probably, I don't know what I'll do.
If
But
you win 5, you might have a new coach.
Be
next year.
easy.
I can tell you right now, if this isn't a good year for USC football, Lincoln
Might have a new
Riley's gone.
coach.
Do you think they let? So let's say it's a slow start. Do you think they let him hang around to the end of the
Yes,
Yeah.
I do.
I would think so.
Why?
He's getting paid so much damn money.
All right,
but
hey, real
California,
quick.
what do they
So
care?
here's what we're gonna do. We got like 3 minutes left. We're gonna do the quick caps. I'm gonna throw a couple of these NFLs in there. All right, let's start off with most surprising player cut by an NFL team.
Cut?
Hunter Renfro.
That's who
Yeah.
I got on my list.
Well,
Hunter
let's do
Renfro's
it.
surprising.
Be honest with you, there weren't a lot of surprising cuts this year. I mean, there were some where you're like on your own team, you're like,
Yeah.
okay, that's kind of weird.
Yeah.
Maybe Shiloh Sanders.
No.
He wasn't cut. He was
Hendon
waived.
Oh,
Hooker.
I'm sorry.
Hendon Hooker.
Hendon Hooker did get
But I
released
would say
today.
Hunter Renfro.
Yeah, Hendon Hooker.
Because
The Colts.
well,
the Colts
look,
now they have Danny Jones. though.
Dan Campbell came out and said, like,
Or
look,
not the
sometimes
Colts.
guys just need a change of scenery.
yeah.
Yeah.
And I think that's exactly what it is for Hendon Hooker. He wasn't going to go past Jared Goff. It wasn't going to happen the way that Goff has played since he arrived in Detroit. That's just reality.
Hendon Hooker could go. He could go somewhere and be in a QB room somewhere else and
Oh.
and be high up on the.
Well,
Correct.
Hey, go back to Renfro after the second preseason game. We were really talking about him. They were like, hey, he's playing really well. He's
Yeah.
coming back from.
By the,
I-
I will
injury.
say after seeing it, because he did play last week, and being in attendance for that, it did seem like he was not the same player I think that we saw with I guess they were Vegas the entire time he was there.
by the way, we'll tell you, Hendon
Raiders.
Hooker.
Yeah.
He has a correlation to us in the fattest moment ever for me. If you remember what I'm talking about, right?
No, but we'll come back to that.
Fattest moment ever where I didn't want to park too close to the Navy or
that's
park far away.
right.
They were playing Dudley, and the quarterback for Dudley
Yeah,
was Hendon Hooker.
All right. Which week do we see Micah
Wow.
Parsons on the field for the Cowboys?
Wins week 1 of 2026.
And who are
And
the
it's not-
Cowboys
it's not
playing
the
against?
Cowboys, yeah.
Who are the Cowboys playing against?
I say at least if he shows up, it'll be week 3 before he even does.
I'm gonna. I'd say week 3 if he's out there. No later than week 5.
All right. Who starts a game first? Shador Sanders or
Well, you
Dylan
say no
Gabriel?
later than week 5? Oh, I think he's out. He's going to push that deadline. Was it like
You
you think
think?
week 8? You have to be like
Yeah, I think
active in
that's
the lineup
right.
by week
Yeah.
8. He's
Yeah.
pushing week 8.
I
Yeah.
think the Cowboys are gonna make some moves when they realize how bad they need him.
He's logged out, man. I'm telling you, he's
Yeah.
logged out.
All right. Who starts a game first? Shador Sanders or Dylan Gabriel?
Dylan Gabriel.
He's
He's the
higher
ba-
on
he's
the
the backup.
depth chart right now. He's
Yeah.
the backup.
Yeah.
Really quick. Shador is very good in college. Troy Smith won a Heisman Trophy at Ohio State back in 2005. The very next year in the NFL draft, he was a 5th-round pick. He didn't pan out. It's like he's a 5th-round pick.
It's a different game, and it's more of a business.
Yes.
So the teams do their research, and they really really think about this. Shador Sanders, everybody's saying 1st-round pick, but then he always falls to the 5th round.
Right.
So, what's
And
that all
they took a
about?
quarterback
Right.
above him that's now
Yeah.
above him on the depth chart. Like,
That's-
that's
yeah.
called an investment.
Yep.
My 3rd-round pick is going to get a shot before my 5th. unless
right.
he was vastly outplayed.
Next up, let's run through these real quick. Shiloh Sanders, who Harry already mentioned, got cut. Is he an NFL player or not?
CFL.
What's
That's not a bad thing.
what's the new league that they play during the summer?
XFL?
No,
Or
no.
the United
UFL.
Football League.
Yeah,
Might be UFL.
All right.
Maybe one of those two.
Yeah.
Okay. Week 0 college football, worth it or not?
They
I'm
need to be-
saying not.
They need to be more in better games. Like
They had a ranked matchup.
No, I know, but they need more of those.
Oh, well,
In week
so
0?
but it's week 0. Look, it's. I think it's fine because it's exactly what it needs to be.
It's
It's
for
an
show.
appetizer.
So
Yeah,
then
it's
just
for
put
sure.
everything on week 1 then.
Hey, look, Hawaii comes out there and kicks a game-winning field goal against Stanford. Everyone's
Yeah.
electric.
Yeah.
Love it.
You notice their stadium too? Like they don't play in the Aloha Bowl anymore.
No, they,
right?
they built a new stadium.
Yeah.
But now the
And it's
Aloha Bowl is
small.
going to get torn down, and they're building a new stadium
Okay.
over there.
I was gonna say, to be
All
fair,
right.
the Aloha Bowl
All right.
was
Which of the
yeah.
above 3 college football games will be the best this weekend?
Texas, Ohio State.
I'm going to go LSU and Clemson.
I'm with him on this. I think it is gonna be LSU and Clemson. I know you said you don't think it's gonna be close necessarily, but
Yeah, I think
All
the
right.
night effect takes hold.
U.S. Open tennis this week. Are you watching?
I've had it on in the office.
if you hadn't have said U.S. Open tennis, I would have thought, didn't they already play golf at the U.S. Open?
You know what? I actually watch a little bit. I don't sit there and watch it, but I don't know, for some reason I'm intrigued when I go home during the week. And now because usually one of 2 things happens, or actually both of these. Both of these.
Nice.
Hey, both of these usually happen. Number 1, somebody gets really hot and the crowd gets behind them, or something weird happens, like did the other day with the cameraman, right?
It's cool. I mean, look,
Yeah.
it's a great tournament. It's fun early on too because you see people out
Yeah.
there just.
That's what I'm talking about. Yeah.
I'll tell you right now. I put that on for my dogs to sleep too long.
Yeah, okay. All right. Trey Hendrickson, the $30 million man, yes or no? 17 and a half sacks last year.
He is.
He is now.
The
but
Bengals didn't-
is he worth it?
The Bengals didn't have a whole lot of options.
Who
there.
else is playing defense for Cincinnati?
Miles
I don't know.
Garrett?
Oh,
Miles
yeah.
Garrett? No. not
All
Miles
right,
Garrett.
one more.
Excuse
I'm
me?
sorry. I said Miles Garrett. No.
Miles Garrett?
Browns. Sorry. Brain fart. Wow. Who's the linebacker for the
Hey,
Bengals?
we
Yeah,
have one
all right,
more
one more.
question. Just mute his mic.
One more. Terry McLaurin, is he worth the $96 million?
Hey, it ain't my money. I'm say yeah.
So that sounds like no to him.
No, that sounds like if it's
Is it?
if it's somebody else's money,
if it's-
spend it.
Yeah, I don't care.
Hey, look, are the Commanders in the position they were in last year without Terry McLaurin?
No, 82
No.
catches,
No.
13 TDs,
you
1,096
have to
So-
find
so-
a way to sign him, and that's what they did.
And why do
Yeah.
you bring Debo Samuel over
You-
to pair with
You-
who?
Yeah,
exactly.
Terry McLaurin.
He's
Yes.
got plenty of weapons. There's plenty of weapons on that team this year.
Look,
you had to do it.
Your aim is to win a Super Bowl.
You got to have him.
Hey,
You got to
may-
have guys.
I'm gonna just bring you back real quick though, just so you could experience this, because I know you probably were a little young last time.
Mm-hmm.
The last time Washington had a
Sounded weird.
really good quarterback have a really good rookie year.
Oh yeah,
Do you know who that was?
a really good quarterback have a really good rookie year. It's
Yeah.
probably 2012.
Who was the quarterback?
RG3.
Yep. What happened to him in his second year?
Yeah, it sucked. It was bad.
I'm pretty sure he tore his leg.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
got injured.
It was a
All right.
bad time to be a third grader. when
listen
I'm
up.
wearing all your Redskins.
It's
stuff.
been
It
a
was
a
Hold on.
fast and
Hold on.
Go ahead.
Before you
hurry
end.
up. Hurry up.
that's
So going back to high school football real quick.
All right.
Quarterback for Statesville who threw the rock would that be none other than Tristan Cowan?
No.
Okay.
Go Harrington.
Dakota Harrington. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's a different Statesville. I'm sorry. Dakota Harrington
Oh
is
my
ranked
God.
42. Well, there's a little confusing. It's a little confusing. You
It's
see
a
what I'm
little
looking
confusing.
at? You see what I'm looking at? That's
Yeah.
South Iredell.
That's South Ireland.
Okay.
Harry, when it says
I
SIHS,
missed that part.
usually means South Ireland.
Well,
High
then let's
School.
just put this. Dakota Harrington is ranked 42 or 42nd in the state in passing after
Yeah.
week 1.
No doubt.
Good for
All
him.
right.
Harry, you good, brother?
No.
All right. So listen, it's been
Miles
a fast
Garrett.
and furious 1 hour and 5 minutes here on the Sports Recap. And don't forget, I will be down at West Mech this Friday night. We'll be on the air 6:50 with the pregame show, 7 o'clock with the game. Mark, what game will you be at this Friday night?
I've got Ragsdale and Southeast Guilford.
And Harry, where are you going? Mooresville?
Nope. I will be up in the suite for the Kannapolis Cannonballers at the company outing.
Yeah, that's right. All right. But don't forget, 7 o'clock Friday night, Statesville Greyhounds versus West Mech.
Deuces.
50 AM WAME, 92.9 W225BD.